Okay, I'm going to try this again. I had a dog howling like it was being murdered recently. I did a review for Changeling the Lost, but I also added it to Changeling the Dreaming. And I want to do another one, not really a review, but an overarch of what it is. I'm going to be running a Changeling the Lost game here soon. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make tiny little videos instead of doing like a whole half-hour thing. Do tiny little videos to tell you what certain parts of the game is like, and just to give you an over idea of what it is, and then if you have other questions you can ask me. So for this one, we're going to talk about what the true fae are. What is a fairy? Well, in the past, there were creatures that looked like Tinkerbell or was like a leprechaun at one time, and so people thought, oh, those are the fae, and they were right. But they weren't really races of those. They weren't really races of leprechauns. It was just a fae that looked like a leprechaun. The fae are immutable. They're ever changing. They can be whatever and wherever they want to be. So they don't really have any true set form. And the true fae in this game, the fairies, aren't really like, brownies or leprechauns. They're more like Cthulhu creatures from time out of mind. They reside in a outer planar place called Arcadia, which is separated from our world by something called the hedge. The form the hedge takes can be varied. It is a very wild place that changelings will sometimes use, but So at some time, the true fae, which have different names, true fae, the others, the gentry, the keepers, at some point, despite the fact that they're very godlike in their realms, they are very lacking in the basics of humanity. They don't have any concept what love is. They are very aloof, and it's very hard to discern exactly what they're thinking. So they see humans who are able to create things and partake in things like love, and so they take them back to Arcadia. You get basically kidnapped. And while you are there, no matter what your situation was, you were a prisoner. You were, just dead weight sitting there, a statue. Or you were a lover of a true fae. Whatever the situation was, no matter how bad you had it or how good you had it, the situation was you couldn't leave it, whether you wanted to or not. A cage is a cage, even if it's gilded. And at some point, you decide that you have to leave for whatever reason. You remember your life. You got loved ones back on Earth. You're tired of being beaten by your keeper. Whatever the reason is, you have to leave, and you either escape or it's very. Perhaps you want to gain a chance from your keeper, or perhaps you trick your keeper, or perhaps you're working with your keeper. Don't let the other changelings find out about that, though. Whatever the situation is, you got away, and I think that's going to be the next video.